Hi, I'm Joanne and welcome back to Crafting with Confidence. On a beautiful summer day like this, one of my favorite things to do is to go to my little summer cabin about 30 miles away from here and to do some contemplating and some crocheting on my deck. So today I'll be showing you how to create one of these handy double thick pot holders. This beginner-friendly project can be completed in a couple of hours, would be super useful in your kitchen, and also makes a great gift at any time of the year. To get started, I'm going to need 2 skeins of size 4 cotton yarn, as I'll be crocheting with both of them at the same time, and a 5mm crochet hook. First, I'll create a slip knot with my double layer of yarn, one from each skein, and then I'll place the loop on my hook and will gently pull until it's snug but not tight. Then I'm going to make 36 chain stitches. Notice how I dip under the yarn, pivoting my hand a bit, and then pull the yarn through, being sure to grip the tail of the chain with my left hand, thumb, and forefinger. Here are the first 10 done. Let's speed up the next 10. And then I'll finish the chain until it's 36 stitches. Now I'm going to make 34 single crochets starting in the second stitch from my hook. To single crochet, I push the hook through the top loop of the chain, pull the yarn through, so I then have 2 loops on my hook, and then pull the yarn through the 2 loops. Let's do a few more of these. Push the loop through the top of the chain, pull the yarn through, and then pull the yarn through the 2 loops. You can see I've made a nice start and will now continue with single crochets across this chain. As I get to the end of the chain and I've completed 34 single crochets, I then need to do 2 single crochets in my last chain stitch, which is a bit of a tight squeeze, but it all works out, and here is the first single crochet row completed. To create the second single crochet row, I'll start by chaining 1, and I'll then pivot my project and will single crochet back the other direction, starting in the second stitch from my hook. Notice that I'm pushing the hook through 2 parts of each stitch, the little V you see here. As I get to the end of the row, I'll continue on as before, but in the last stitch, I'll do 2 single crochets. I'm now going to round the corner and single crochet back up the other side, which was my original 36 stitch chain. To round this corner, I'll place 1 single crochet at the end of the project, and then I'll single crochet back up the chain. You'll notice the end looks nice and round. When I feel like taking a break from crafting, one of my favorite things to do is to dive off our dock into the cool lake and have a refreshing swim. I also really enjoy going for a walk to pick some wild berries or to just enjoy looking at the views and wildflowers along the lake. Northern BC is a magical place in the summer. Back to our potholder project, I'm now almost to the end of my third single crochet row, so I'll continue on as before, and when I reach the last stitch in the row, I'll place 2 single crochets in it. Then I'll round the corner by placing an extra single crochet at the end, and then I'll slip stitch into the beginning of the row around the corner. This is the base of the project with nice rounded ends, and the rest will be really simple as I'll continue in a round 16 more times, placing 1 single crochet in each stitch. The small difference with these 16 rounds is each stitch will go into the back loop only of the little V. Notice there starts to be a little ridge below the stitches, but on the other side there is no ridge. The other side will ultimately be the smooth outside of your potholder. Here's another cream colored one I'm working on. I've completed about 5 rounds so far, and it's easy to see how the edges start curling over, how there are little ridges on the inside, but it's nice and smooth on the outside. I always know I've completed a round when I return back to the original yarn ends at the start. And as I round the corner, I never need to worry about adding in any extra stitches. I just keep going. And how do I keep track of the 16 rows? Each time I pass the starting yarn ends, I just cross off one of 16 ticks I've set up on paper. Easy! Here's what it looks like after 2 rounds. Sometimes I'll take a small hiatus for my raw vegetable snack. All my friends know I eat these every day, or to watch some local wildlife. I even thought of showing some crocheting right on the dock, but then it started raining, so I had to go inside for a while. After the weather brightened, I could crochet outside again. Here are 5 rows completed. And this is what it looks like after 10 rows are done. Just 6 more to go. The sun has come out again, yay! And I've now finished 15 rows. What I'll do next is the 16th row, and then I'll continue stitching beyond that until I've reached this top point. It's really nice to enjoy some sunshine while completing that last row. When I'm done, I'll cut a long tail of the 2 yarns and will gently pull them through the last loop. Now I'm threading the yarn through a tapestry needle, and I'm going to sew up and close the open seam, matching stitches as I go. And now I've come to the end, and all I have to do is weave in those loose yarn ends with the tapestry needle. Here's the finished project with a simple seam on one diagonal and another one on the opposite side. This is a nice thick potholder. I'm pretty sure that once you've made one of these, you'll surely want to create more, just like I did. After all, there are so many people you could give them to. And after all that crocheting, I'm going to enjoy a cozy campfire, and we'll watch the sun go down and set over the lake. Thanks so much for joining me for some crocheting at the cabin. If you've enjoyed this video, please press like and join me again this summer for some more travel-friendly projects at Crafting with Confidence.